What's up, guys? This is Justin. I'm here with Sasha from our friends at PC Mag. Sasha, you just got out of the Apple event where they revealed the iPhone 7.
Yeah, I got some time with the iPhone 7, with the iPhone 7 Plus, with the new Apple Watch, and of course, as I think you saw on the stream, that guy was there too.
Yeah, we did. Miyamoto was on stage. It was definitely like worlds colliding. It was a big deal. Let's jump right in. I mean, a lot of the Apple 7 rumors were true. Chief among them that headphone jack is removed. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, they've gotten rid of the headphone jack. They've replaced it with this little dongle that you have to attach to your headphones to plug them into the Lightning port.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see this transition happen very quickly. We're going to see all of the accessory manufacturers produce Lightning headphones between now and CES. And I think we're going to see a lot of uptake of wireless headphones, though Apple's AirPods, there was a lot of mumbo-jumbo in that announcement I'm still trying to parse.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully within the next couple days we'll get clarity on whether they do or don't use Bluetooth and some of those details. But in terms of the feel of, you said you actually had a chance to put them in your ear. They were comfortable. You liked them?
Yeah, they're tremendously comfortable. They're definitely earbuds where you forget that you're wearing them.
Yeah.
They feel a lot like Apple's existing EarPods, but of course, since they don't have wires, they don't pull down on your ears. So they're very comfortable, but they're $159.
Yeah, they are not cheap. They definitely have that sort of Apple pricing to them, and maybe even a little beyond what we've come to expect from them.
Well, the real question is whether these AirPods are using a proprietary technology that delivers higher quality audio. And in the super noisy hands-on room, you can never really tell that. Like, another one of the flagship features of the new phone is the dual front-facing speakers.
Yeah, I mean, let's get into that a little bit. That was another, I guess I don't know if there are rumors about that, but it was a surprise to me that we actually got to see that. You think that's going to be a big deal?
I think it's really cool. I think it's I think people do like to watch a lot of videos on their phones. They're not always using headphones, and they may be using headphones less now that there's not a headphone jack. So having dual front-facing speakers, when I've seen that on other phones, it has made a difference.
Yeah, and so you actually got to have a chance to have the 7 and the 7 Plus, you know, in your hands. You got to see the new jet black. I mean, what's kind of your impressions of the feel of that device in hand?
Well, I'm still probably, like, if I were picking a color, I'd still pick the matte black.
Yeah, you think
the
so?
jet black is very glossy, but like glossy phones, it's not slippery, fortunately, but it is a fingerprint magnet.
Yeah.
And people are mostly still going to be putting these things in cases anyway, because there's no reason that the screens will crack any less than they do now.
Sure, certainly.
The 7 Plus, it's a little thinner than the 6S Plus.
Interesting.
The 7 is almost exactly the same size. I physically could not tell the difference from the 6S. And of course, the 7 Plus has those dual cameras on the back.
Yeah, I mean, that's another interesting thing that came out of this event. It definitely feels like Apple is trying to give people more reason to, you know, be upsold into that device, the Plus model. It's not just a bigger device with more storage. It's got this big differentiator now with those dual cameras on the back. And that's primarily, you know, again, they spent a long time talking about it, but what it boils down to is, you know, better zoom, correct?
Yeah. So Apple mostly sells smaller phones. They mostly sell 6Ss and SEs and not necessarily the Pluses. So they were trying to find an exclusive feature to push people up towards the Plus. And yeah, it is a 2x optical zoom. I used it. It works very quickly.
Wow.
It's very sharp because it's not actually zooming, it's just switching lenses.
Correct, yeah.
So yeah, it works very quickly, it's very sharp, but it is only 2x. And if you try to go higher than 2x, it's just the digital zoom, which you'll see on all camera phones.
Right.
But that said, zoom is a feature people want.
Yeah, so I mean, you can read all the specs of the 7 and the 7 Plus and the Apple Watch and everything else on PCMag.com and IGN.com, but just one thing that I especially wanted to highlight was that the sort of default low-end storage is no longer 16 gigabytes. Apple kind of glossed over it, but I mean, it's now 32.
Yeah, that's going to make people really happy. The fact that it starts at 32 gigabytes and now goes up to 256, and that they're doing that to the 6S and the 6S Plus as well for people who want cheaper iPhones, that really lifts one of the big complaints people had about the iPhone line.
Yep, long overdue. Glad it's finally here. Sasha, thank you for sort of giving us the high-level overview of Apple's event. And guys, remember that for everything Apple, you can go to IGN.com or PCMag.com.